walk miles in the morning before I go to Wizard. So I said, let me get this video in. It was either I was gonna talk about Cardi being Offset last night, or um, I was gonna talk about the Crawford thing. I got a video coming. Uh, I don't know, probably 11, 12 o'clock, 11, 12:30 today, to talk about the specifics of the ticket sales for Crawford and Madrimov. So you heard Tim Bradley say on Pro Box in the beginning of the week that Crawford and Spence, well, I mean Crawford and Madrimov is not selling. He talked to promoters out there in California, and the ticket's not doing well. But from what I understand is that uh come on, from what I understand is they was opening up new sections, and when you see the video version of it this morning, a lot of y'all will see where a lot of the tickets seen it are sold, and then they got a lot of tickets that's for resale, you know, and the resale tickets they make you buy two. Um, so they still got some single fight tickets left, and they open up new sections, and I think it's the BMO Stadium is where the Los Angeles Football Club play at. The soccer, we call it soccer in America. So it's always good to do your research, because you got to understand Tim Bradley with ESPN, and you know ESPN be wanting these dudes to push an agenda, and the ESPN, well, Top Rank, we want these guys to push an agenda. It's kind of like what Jared Anderson had to say about Top Rank when he got in trouble, and they highlighted him getting in trouble in Port Huron, Michigan, in a high-speed chase. He said, y'all, y'all ain't trying to really promote me. Y'all ain't really trying to promote me. Y'all hating on me. Same thing they did with Shakur Stevenson. It was his last fight, and they talked about how, oh, Tim Bradley, I got to get my cup of coffee. Oh, now I'm drinking my cup of coffee. When Bud was leaving, and before he was leaving, Bob Aaron would publicly air him out. So imagine if Bob Aaron was putting a play together to put Bud in there with Spence some years ago, and Terence Crawford said, nah, I don't feel like fighting right now. Bob Aaron would lay into Terence Crawford. No diddy. He would destroy him. See, it's an agenda, and they tell these dudes. That's why Andre Ward is on All the Smoke now, and Tim Bradley with ESPN. And I like Tim Bradley, but he's pushing the narrative. Oh, Bud ducking boots now. Okay. Now it's Bud don't sell in California. I talked to some promoters. Guess what, Ninja? You could just go onto the Ticketmaster website like I did and see that they opening up new sections, and they sold the majority of them tickets. It's a bunch of resale. It's some resale tickets, and it's a few standard tickets left. For the most part, it's a 22,000 seat arena, But for the most part, most of them tickets is sold. And then when they sell, they're going to say, oh, it's because of Andy Ruiz. It was because of Pitbull Cruz. I heard him say, well, Pitbull Cruz is on the undercard, and he sold the tickets. Pitbull Cruz, from my recollection, ain't never been a main event. That's the crazy thing about it. Pitbull Cruz ain't never been no main event. Has he? Was him and Rolly the main event? I don't remember. So that's the crazy thing about it. They'll turn around and discredit the black man, right? The black fighter in this situation, black fighters. But then, if it sell well, they're going to credit it to Andy Ruiz, Isaac Cruz, Rayo Venezuela. Crawford ain't had nothing to do with it. There was so much of things said about Crawford. Crawford sold in New York City. He don't talk shit about T.O. T.O. can't even sell out the small room in the theater room in Madison Square Garden without Vito Melanecki on the undercard. Come on. Bud then sold great in that big arena. Lomachenko go back and forth. Sometimes he fight in the big arena. Most of the times he fight in the theater room. He don't make one complaint about that. One complaint. Am I lying? I don't feel like I am lying. So when we kind of talk about this stuff, this narrative, Tim Bradley the only one pushing that narrative, and them writers on Boxing News 24, Boxing News 24 pushing that narrative. They the ones that's pushing it. But if you go on the website and do your research, and if you keep up to date, They've been opening them new sections in that arena. Now, Ryan Garcia did 11,000 at home in the Staples Center. I don't even think that's half capacity, and he from LA. So that lets you know how hard it is to sell in LA. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand this Riyadh season's first US fight. So they still learning the market. And when you breaking ground in the US, I believe New York City should be where you should fight at. Vegas or New York City when you breaking ground, because they automatic fight cities. LA in the summertime, they got a lot of motion going on. They got a lot of motion when it's not the summertime. With the backdoor parties they be having, with all the amenities, the restaurants, how expensive it is out there with all the comedy shows, with all the tourists and all that. So at the end of the day, it's a hard ticket to sell. So Ryan Garcia didn't sell that well out there. I don't think Wilder and Fury sold out neither. I mean, it's hard to sell out in LA when you talking about boxing. I mean, for the most part, they basketball fans ain't really shit. Let's keep it funky. They basketball fans ain't about shit. It's one like they talk about how Miami basketball fans is. The Laker fans, they ain't shit to write home about. They're a bunch of bougie fans. So LA ain't really no sports town for real. If anything, like high school football, like they more of a high school football. Especially Southern California. So when you talk about Southern California, they really ain't, they don't really get rowdy and shit. It's just a big market, and I'm being very disrespectful to the fans, but I'm just keeping it real. They just a rowdy bunch of fans. I mean, they not rowdy at all. They just some uppity ass fans. It's a bougie market. So when you talk about sports in LA ain't no fucking sports town like Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, or even like New York City. It's just not. Miami really shouldn't have sports, and LA really shouldn't have sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be different for Vegas, because Vegas adopted sport was Mayweather, was boxing. And now anything they like somebody that's dying of thirst. So any professional sport they get, they going hard for it because they didn't have it. Vegas is really, if you ain't really gambling, you ain't into escorts or that type of lifestyle, and partying and drinking and smoking, well, for the most part, Vegas is mundane for you. So now you add sports in there, with magic shows and, eateries now, it becomes a little bit more attractive. It becomes a little bit more attractive. Like LA, like places like LA and Miami shouldn't have football teams. They shouldn't have sports teams at all. They don't. It's just too much shit to do there. So saying that he don't sell out there, well, neither did fucking Ryan Garcia. If it was so lucrative, Canelo will fight there more often. Ryan Garcia won't be going around the world, Houston and all them, to fight there so often. So that lets you know it's different in market. And you check out a guy like Devin Haney, who he able to go home. No, get your ass over here. That's for the birds. You go with somebody with Devin Haney, and he able to, put some asses in seats at the Chase Arena. Not every fighter can sell out their hometown. But let people say it was Lomachenko that sold. Lomachenko don't sell. He at the Staples Center, he only sold 400 tickets. At the Staples Center, he only sold 400 tickets. When he fought Anthony Toyota Corolla, yeah, I called him Toyota Corolla. So Tim Bradley pushing that top rank narrative. It's like when your ex see you move on. We talked about Cardi B last night. When your ex see you, here you go, y'all boys. Go. I don't care what you do. Like when your ex see you move on and you do good. See, in the beginning of the breakup, nigga, we kind of like, damn, we fucked up. A lot of us just not gonna just fuck no another bitch just to fuck another bitch, unless we was already fucking her. No, we self-approve, get our money up, see where we went wrong at. Most women, they just gonna jump cock to cock, and they gonna find out it's just lust. They ain't got nothing to offer. And as the years go on, you gonna get better and better and better. You gonna find somebody that's solid, and she gonna be bitter, trying to find her way to break that up. I'm telling you how the game go. And that's what's happening with Crawford and Bob Arum and them. You can't sit here and don't talk shit about all your fighters or your top fighters, that's your top sellers like Shakur and Terence Crawford. Talk shit about them, but then don't keep it funky about don't keep it funky about Lomachenko and Teofimo. These motherfuckers don't sell, and he don't say anything about those guys. You know, these guys still fighting at the theater room every now and again. Shakur can go to Jersey and put asses in seats. Can't every fighter do that? He was in Vegas and put asses in seats. Oscar Valdez, he ain't never had a fight that big in Vegas, but with Shakur Stevenson. So Tim Bradley pushing that agenda, or he ducking boots, or he can't sell in LA. Most people know. Most people don't get their tickets to the week of the fight. Every fight ain't gonna sell out like that, especially in LA. Did Canelo shit sell out instantly when he fought in LA? If he sold out like that, Canelo would just go from camp in San Diego, go right to LA. And then again, another reason they don't fight in LA is the taxes. It's just not a great sports town. It's just too much shit to do. You know, you just talk. I'm not just talking. That's a fact. That's a fact. LA is not a great sports town. It's just a big market. When you compare them to people like Cleveland, Cleveland went 0-16 in football. You know what I'm saying? And they fans still show up and show out. Man, imagine them niggas, the Rams going. They don't even care about the Rams now. Did you know when the Rams went to the Super Bowl, more people in Detroit viewed the Rams than people in LA? You know how many people how many more people LA got to Detroit? Detroit got a population like 660,000 or something like that. It's millions of people in LA, and more people watched the Super Bowl in in Detroit than LA. You know? So when I'm looking at you go to Ticketmaster, and I'll have a video up later, probably 11 or 12:30, let something come up, but it'll go up today. So when you turn around and you look at the ticket sales of this fight, it did well, and I don't think no other boxing fight been here. You know, I don't think no other boxing card been at this venue, and I could be wrong. So it was only built 6 years ago in 2018. Cause I do my research. Pick your dog up, shit up, niggas. Nigga wake me up every morning. Only time he don't wake me up is when this girl come. Well, I call her my girlfriend. I give her that. When she come over, stay, sit. Sit. You bad. Sit. Stay. But yeah, sometimes that nigga don't wake me up in the morning. I'm gonna start giving that nigga some doggy melatonin on the weekend. I be wanting to sleep in. But yeah, that's the only he's still sitting there. But yeah, that's like y'all be going with narratives and shit. Just research it. That's why I say when somebody make a story, oh man, I forgot. I got an Earl story for y'all today. I'm gonna go shoot it when I done my breakfast cooking as I'm walking. I'm not gonna say what I'm cooking because Cubby gonna say, hey yo. But I got an Earl story for y'all today. I might even throw it into the live when I go live today. I think I might do a live from the desk. Cause I didn't go to work yesterday. My car was down. I had to fix that shit. Come on. But yeah, do your research. Go to Ticketmaster. Go wherever they selling the tickets, And I looked and I seen a bunch of blue. I said, oh shit. And I forgot they said it was open up section, but when you look, it's not that much blue. It's more resale tickets and it's more gray than anything. So if I had to guesstimate, unless they doing something funky with the resale tickets, if I had to guesstimate, it's just, and I don't know how many seats they got available, so we just go by percentages. Let's say they made 20,000 seats available, right? If I had to guesstimate, I'm gonna say he at least gonna sell 10,000. And I don't know, like if the, I don't know. Let me say this. I'm gonna say at least 70% of the venue is sold right now, and I don't know what's open and what's not open, so I'm giving the lowest number. 60 or 70% of that venue is sold. And when it's sold, they gonna talk around, tell you it was Andy Ruiz, it was Esau Cruz, it was Rayo Venezuela, and like when they made this fight, I told y'all, I said this ain't no good idea to put on pay-per-view. Well, the card stacked, CJ. The average fan don't give a fuck about the stacked card. Yeah, it get them attention. It might make them have a retention rate like, damn, this was a good ass card. I want to buy more of their cards. So it's always great to have an undercard. It's like these niggas buying Balenciaga bags and shoes. It's like people buying Gucci and all that stuff. People just like they go off name brand today. That was always a black thing. How to sell to black people was always the brand, not the quality. You sell the brand, not the quality, which is dumb as fuck. But, yeah, man, I'm up every morning at 5 a.m. I got up slightly early this morning. I'm up every morning at 5 a.m., bro. Well, not every morning, but shit. If I don't get up, he wake me up. But, yeah, I'll be to work at, I got a new schedule. But it's pretty much the same. LA is one of the meccas of boxing, though. Everything you said. No, LA is not a mecca of boxing. It is not. It's not. If it was, all the Spanish fucking fighters would be fighting there all the time. It's not a mecca. Stop lying. LA boxing is not a mecca. How many fight cards do LA get a year? Come on, major. It's not a mecca. If it's a mecca, Canelo always fighting there. It's not a mecca, bro. Mecca is New York City, and then I would say maybe Las Vegas. LA is not a mecca, bro. It's too much shit going on. Too much ass. Too many celebrities. Too many amenities. Yes, it's a big market because it's LA. It's the second biggest city in the world. I mean, in the United States. That's the only reason why, is because of the size. But when you start talking about the interest, there's no interest really in sports like that in LA. It's just a subsidiary. I mean, it's just a side to the main entrees in LA. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the sides can be better than the steak you bought. That lobster macaroni and cheese can be better than the steak you bought. I see what you're saying. Yes, I said that's why it's a lot of people that live in there. But as far as the quality of sports fans, no motherfuckers ain't no real sports fans in LA for real. They not like Miami, LA, they tourist spots. He said LA ain't the biggest sports town. Well, we not talking about size. I'm talking about interest. New York got the size and they got hardcore fans. You don't see a bunch of hardcore fans. Like if a team up in LA, yes, you will see it. The Lakers are more of a worldwide, well, I would say, domestic around the United States type of fan base. They like the Dallas Coon Boys. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to say. Like LA really ain't like. It's not a bunch of hardcore diehard fans like Chicago, like Detroit, like LA. I mean, like Cleveland, like Philly. They don't compare. There's more of them. But as far as the purity of it or the concentration of it, it's not. And that's just my opinion. Vinny, what's going on? He said LA is a sport. LA is not a hub, bro. Like I said before, anytime y'all make the Super Bowl and another team that's not y'all not playing got more viewership than y'all do, that's sad. Come here. Come on. Come here. Yeah, it rained last night. Miles in his own world. There's another pit bull over there. He walked every morning too. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not talking. I'm providing fact. You know it's true. You know it's true. And I know you probably from LA. Y'all ain't no real fucking sports fans. Y'all gotta, come on. Most of y'all just, oh, Kobe, Shaq, Magic. Y'all don't care about professional football. Y'all care, high school football is huge there. Y'all don't care about, do y'all really care about baseball? Don't nobody care about baseball. Shit, unless you about to die. Cyber salute. But I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with your opinion. Because you know it's true. Too much to do in LA. Man, you meet a bad bitch and you're like, go to the Laker game and meet a bad bitch and fuck her. Man, come on. Out in LA? I mean, LA, an LA bad bitch. LA 8, 9. Most of us believe 10s don't exist. You know, you meet one of them, come on. Man, you gonna flip them tickets on StubHub, give them tickets to your baby mama, tell her to take your son. You gonna go crack them cheeks. You know I ain't lying. Bay Area more of a sports town than LA. And it is because it ain't that got the amenities there. That's a fact. They don't have the amenities there. When you got a lot of amenities, like LA, it's hard to be. Sports is it's just a it's just the macaroni and cheese to the steak. You can't be a sports star and you lost franchises. And you lost franchise. Yeah, I mean, that's true. And they have lost franchises historically because they lost the great Oakland Raiders. Why? Because nobody cared. Come on. Nobody cared. Yeah, I think, and to be honest, I think that's a good thing. Honestly. I think that's an actual good thing. For real. I think that's a good thing. That means y'all city got motion. It don't just go, it just don't live and die off food. It just don't live and die off sports. You know? That means y'all got so much shit to do that sports ain't at the forefront. And I think that's cool to me. Man, mosquitoes be out here fooling. But it is what it is. And I see it's a lot of hit dogs in here hollering. I bet it is. A lot of hit dogs in here hollering. Nigga don't own, ain't bought a Laker tickets, ain't bought a Los Angeles Charger Ram ticket in forever. Niggas ain't even got no apparel. We just keeping it real. I think it's honorable. What is Tim Bradley? That's what I'm saying. Tim Bradley on that top ranked payroll. That is what it is. That's why he got a job and Dre don't. He just started turning on Bud because Top Rank said to. I told y'all they be pushing agendas. They don't push no agendas on Lomachenko. They don't push no agendas on Teofimo Lopez. I'm telling y'all. But like I was saying, come on. Like I was saying about Bud and Madrimov, I said that wasn't pay-per-view. Now why you wanted to listen? That's not the way you bring boxing back. You can't save boxing and ask people to pay $80. That's not the way you do it. You put it on regular TV, you showcase, especially your young fighters, and then you drag them to a different platform. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But they want to just keep everything on pay-per-view. You know, people don't buy the Super Bowl. And I see the NFL then allegedly gave, stop. Come on. The NFL then allegedly gave the Supreme Court or whoever did the ruling some bread. So they reversed the Sunday ticket ruling. I'm telling you, it's a dirty world out here, bro. It's a wicked world, man. Yeah, smash the like button. You eating glizzy? No, I ain't eating no glizzy now. But I'm not saying what I'm eating, but ain't no glizzy. It's not the best fight in Vegas. Nuh-uh, it's wet over there. I'm not cleaning you up. He said it's not the best fights is in Vegas. Yeah, historically, that's probably going to change because they get in sports, other sports. NBA coming there. He said they assume it's good quality due to the brand versus the real research. Yeah, you always got to research. Always do your research. When somebody say something, research it. Come on, man. I'm not going over there. Come on. You got to do your research. He said Vegas is literally the city of prize fight. I think he meant. It is. He said it's right though. LA is not a real sports town. They definitely would have done better in New York. Yeah, but maybe the venues wasn't available. That's the only thing I could think of. He said late night Taco Bell. That's funny. I don't know what time Taco Bell open for breakfast. It's early where I'm at. But yeah, I didn't know Taco Bell didn't close like 2:30, 2 3 2:32 2:33 a.m. Because uh, my girl was over and shit. She was on some Taco Bell. And it says open on DoorDash. I was like, damn, they open at like 2 in the morning? She's like, yeah, man, that Taco Bell was all the way in another city. It ain't far, but apparently the Taco Bell right here by me, it's supposed to close at 2:33 a.m. So maybe I'll file a corporate complaint just to be an asshole, but they nice. He said LA is a tourist spot. It's where you go to shop, eat, and sightsee that ass. Kobe. He said, I don't. This car sells anyways. Bud is not a ticket bomb. I mean, why do people lie? Bud is sold everywhere he went. He sell at home. He sold in Madison Square Garden because if he didn't, a lot of his fights would have went back to the theater room like Tio and Lomachenko. So Bud sold tickets better than any PBC fighter, especially if they didn't have a running mate like Tyson Fury or something like that. All these poles keep falling down. It stormed last night. I don't be hearing shit. But that's electrical. Come on. You don't need no shock dog. I miss my Uncle Charles. But yeah, Bud, like, I'll just be saying dumb shit. Bud sell tickets. He sold everywhere he went. In Vegas. He saw him and Sean Porter. I think they might have almost sold out the Mandalay Bay. He sold at Madison Square Garden multiple times. He sold in Nebraska. Wherever they fought, he didn't sold. And like I said before, if you go on Ticketmaster and you look at those tickets, 70% of them tickets, I don't know what's available, is about sold. So that's a lie. I don't think he take. Who don't take risks? That's crazy. How a guy that got 11 straight knockouts don't take no risks? You just trying to be seen. Shut up, Kobe. No diddy. He said he's been showcasing young fighters all week. Every other platform does pay-per-view, but he's not. Yeah, he giving you more bang to your buck, but you can't grow. You can't you can't, how can I say this? You can't re-salvage a sport by asking people to continue to pay for a sport because it's not accessible. What you have to do, why the NFL is so successful, it's accessible. NBC, it's about to rain again. It's an accessible sport. And for the most part, boxing, everything is pay-per-view, or I gotta pay to get an app. When you put something where everybody can see it, then you take that fan base to pay-per-view with big fights. So I see what you're saying, but in order to really get the sport going, like I said before, if it ain't a super duper fight, it need to be on regular TV. But nobody gonna be willing to take them losses. So they really, how you try to work around a problem, you try to nigger rig a problem to fix it. That's what boxing doing. It's nigger rigging this problem instead of trying to fix it. How did they get the HBO pay-per-view? Because they had free fights on NBC, Tuesday night fights, Thursday night fights, Saturday. Everybody seen Sugar Ray Leonard. Everybody seen the best fights, and they drugged the brand to HBO. And for about 20, 30 years, it worked. Until Al Heyman came along, and him and Bob didn't want to work with each other because Bob was hating and shit, because he was getting more money, and that destroyed it. I don't eat it ain't pork, fool. Definitely ain't pork. Turkey. I don't eat pork, and I don't eat red meat. Even though I might get a steak when I go to Chicago, though. I don't want to be sick, though. But yeah, man, that's all I got this morning. We about to finish getting ready. What time is it? Oh yeah, we made good time. So I like, fuck it, let me squeeze the live in. This was the live I was gonna do yesterday. I was like, let me switch it up and talk about Cardi B. Y'all wanted to talk about that trans, whatever that dude is, fighter. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Women want equal lefts and rights. If y'all want to know my stance, join the Patreon. We dropped that on Goodfella TV. I don't care. I don't care. What that nut job say? I don't care. You stupid. Scotty, you are. What do you call Scotty? The N-word with the ER? But peace.